Good morning, Northern California. Thanks for joining us. I'm Monica Coleman. It's Saturday, June 17th, a busy weekend.
Yep.
We have Juneteenth. We have Father's Day. There's so much to do. I doubt anybody will stay inside. What's the weather going to be like?
Yep.
Turning from our local weather to severe weather across the nation. 30 million people on alert from Colorado to Florida yet again this holiday weekend. ABC's Melissa Don has more. It's 6:04. Let's get you into your top stories today. In Fairfield, neighbors say 5 registered sex offenders just moved into a home on their street, and they had no idea it was happening. They're demanding city leaders do something, but the city says they didn't know about it either. Many in the neighborhood say local, state, and national lawmakers join community leaders from across California in calling for solutions as we mark National Gun Violence Awareness Month. A North Highlands neighborhood is living in fear after their homes and cars have been targeted with BB guns. Dozens of people have been hit more than once. ABC 10's Devin Truby is working to get answers. That was our Devin Truby reporting. To add to these disturbing acts, the Sacramento County Sheriff also says they've received reports of people shooting BBs at homeless people. If you know anything about this, call police. Turlock police say they recovered more than 20 pounds of powdered fentanyl. It happened Thursday on West Avenue South, and that's a big deal because listen to this. Officers say that much fentanyl can produce more than 7 million pills. Now to an update on a story we brought you Thursday night. The Sacramento County Sheriff's Office says this man, who they were looking for in relation to a report of 2 injured kittens, has got in contact with investigators. The city of Woodland is unveiling a massive new artwork at Douglas Middle School. It celebrates local Native communities and literally leaving their mark. ABC 10's photojournalist Don Henry was there. Coming up on ABC 10 Weekend Morning News, unconstitutional behavior. That's the basis of a report on the Minneapolis Police Department from the Department of Justice. The latest ahead. Plus, you've paid to watch your favorite artist perform live, but the total price is way more than you were budgeting for. The change online ticket sites are promising ahead. It's 6:17 on the dot. Let's talk dollars and cents this morning. Americans spent more in May despite inflation and rising borrowing costs. Retail sales rising 0.3% from the month before. Gas prices will probably drop this summer. A gallon of gas in California is averaging around $4.87 compared to last year's $6. Flagging demand for oil is helping contain prices at the pump, and drivers are still using less gasoline post-pandemic. Americans are buying more cars. Ford and General Motors reports U.S. sales outpacing expectations, but say they will keep pushing cost-cutting programs that have already slashed. Concert ticket prices will soon be clearer and easier to compare. Ticketmaster and SeatGeek say later this year they will start to use upfront pricing that includes those hidden fees, which currently don't pop up until checkout. Now to the disturbing report on the Minneapolis Police Department. The DOJ finding a pattern of unconstitutional behavior, including the use of excessive force, especially against Black and Native people, that they say made the death of George Floyd possible. ABC's Pierre Thomas has the story. A school in one of Carmichael's historically underserved neighborhoods has a program to help get kids back in touch with their food and the natural world. ABC 10's Luke Clary has a look at the school garden. Brendan, today's a really good day for some crawdads because the weather will be just right, and it's kind of a social food, right? You eat it outside. Yeah. You can't be too hungry, though, because it won't fill you up really quick.
Well, make sure you eat something ahead of time, right. Or maybe you have plans afterwards. But it is going to be a nice day out there, right? Mm-hmm. It's not too...
This morning, we're learning more about the Amazon truck driver tragically shot and killed on Interstate 5 in Lathrop. This is 37-year-old Kilhome Shodivi from North Carolina. ABC 10's Laura Painter talked one-on-one with a close friend of the beloved husband and father of 2. Ilhom was the sole breadwinner for his family and leaves behind a wife and 2 little boys. The family has set up a GoFundMe page. If you would like to help, we have that information on our website, abc10.com. There you will also find contact information for police if you know anything about this devastating crime. That was ABC 10's Morgan Reiner reporting. Meanwhile, President Biden will also be in Northern California next week. We're waiting for more updates on his visit. We'll keep you posted. Let's turn to other news. The city of Sacramento wants to improve streets in a neighborhood near you. It's called the Streets for People Active Transportation Plan. ABC 10's Jordan Tolbert reports. Every weekend, John Bartell takes us on the back roads. This week, John takes us to Sonoma County to fly through the redwoods on an epic zipline course. Brendan, thank you. And before we go this morning, here's a recap of some of the top stories we have been following for you this morning. In Fairfield, neighbors say 5 registered sex offenders just moved into a home on their street, and they had no idea it was happening. They are demanding city leaders do something, but the city says they didn't know about it either and are now looking into the situation.